and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. For these beautiful things, we are out of tune. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea. Let me see that God in the sea. Great God, I don't want to be in this generation where people are running behind the wealth, neglecting nature. Hello students, I am Anil, Assistant Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In this session, we are going to look at a poem titled The World is Too Much With Us by William Wordsworth, prescribed for the students of BCom first semester. About the poet, William Wordsworth is an English romantic poet where they express their love for nature and humanity. He was the pioneer of Romantic age in English literature. At certain point of time, most of the poets, they felt love for the nature and started writing it. And he was one of the pioneers of that age, which is called Romantic age. He was orphaned at the age of 13. He lost his both parents. He was sent to the grammar school later. Later, he was sent to a grammar school where he did his studies. Tintin Abbey, The Solitary Reaper were his famous works. Tintin Abbey and Solitary Reaper are his famous works. He is well known for his lyrical ballads, lyrical poems. He is very much well known for this type of poems. So now we shall go and look what's there in the sonnet. World is too much with us is a sonnet. World is too much with us, late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The first 4 lines of the octave, this is a Petrarchan type of sonnet, which is divided into 8 lines and 6 lines. The world is too much with us, late and soon. Recently, world is too much with us. We can't tolerate the existing world. Why does the poet say this? Because during the Industrial Revolution in the 16th and 17th century, people started running behind industries and making money, and they did not care for nature. But today, we care for nature. You might have heard about climate change and why it happened. What is the root cause for this climate change? And it started when Industrial Revolution happened in Europe. So he observed people running behind money, running behind wealth, and finally he feels that the world is too much with us. I am fed up of this world. Late and soon, recently, world is too much with us. Getting and spending, we waste our powers. So, what is our lifestyle? Our lifestyle is only getting and spending. We earn, we spend. We earn, we spend. We earn, we spend. That has become our sole purpose. We lay waste our power. In doing it, what happens? We waste our powers. Therefore, the poet says, world is too much with us. Little we see in nature that is ours. He highlights this, nature that is ours. This nature is ours. But little we see. We are not at all seeing anything in nature. We have not taken any care of nature. We have already forgotten it. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. We have already given our hearts away. We are not at all worrying about nature. We are not observing anything that is in nature. We have already left it. It is a sordid boon, a sad blessing, he says. In the next lines, he explains, this sea that bears her bosom to the moon. He explains this sea. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon. This wide sea that is open to the skies. The winds that will be howling at all hours. These winds, a wonderful emotion, inciting winds that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. Now, in the night, they become calm and composed. So that is the beauty of nature. And are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. For these beautiful things, we are out of tune. We have stopped observing. You might have enjoyed walking along the shore. When you reach the shore, you'll understand how tiny a man is in front of the ocean. Then you'll understand the power of nature. So here he says, we don't observe all these things. The sea that lay its bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours and upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. We have lost our interest in all this nature. It moves us not, great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So all these beautiful things are not moving us. Why? Because we have already lost touch with nature. We are running behind wealth and money. We are busy with getting and spending, and we don't have any time to observe nature. So it moves us not, great God, I'd rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. Great God, I don't want to be in this generation where people are running behind the wealth, neglecting nature. Therefore, he says, oh God, I'd rather be a pagan. Let me be a person in the olden generations where people worshipped nature. Suckled in a creed outworn, that is outdated today. I don't want to remain in this generation. Let me go back to the outdated society and live. I don't want to be with this generation. So might I standing on the pleasantly. So when I go back to that generation, let me stand in this beautiful, happy grassland, Lee means grassland, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. Have this beautiful, wonderful scenery in the nature that would make me less forlorn, that will make me less guilty of what we have done recently. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea. Let me see that God in the sea. Let me realize that godliness in nature. Or hear old Tritian blow his weathered horn. So he says, let me hear that sound of the Greek god of ocean. Let me hear his horn and realize the God in nature. I don't want to remain in this frustrated society where people are running behind money. This is how he explains world has lost connection with people. It has become too much. The society is running behind money. Industrial revolution pushed people to possess wealth and forget nature. Now this poem, you have to observe, it comes under Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet is a poem of 14 lines which have an octave and a sestet. Octave are 8 lines and the remaining 6 lines is sestet. Octave, octave and sestet. So how do you identify whether it is a Petrarchan sonnet or a Shakespearean sonnet? So you have to go through the rhyme scheme. A, B, B, A, A, B, B, A. A, B, B, A and A, B, B, A. First 8 lines and next 8 lines. C, D, E and D, C, D. So this rhyme scheme tells us that it belongs to the Petrarchan type of sonnet. So this is an example for Petrarchan type of sonnet. Previously you have read Shakespearean's sonnet and this is an example for Petrarchan type of sonnet. So in this sonnet, William Wordsworth has expressed his unhappiness with people running behind wealth and wasting their time without observing nature. Therefore, he asks God, God, please let me go back to that generation or that society where people worshipped nature and found the gods in nature. This is the summary of the sonnet, World is Too Much With Us. I hope you understood this sonnet. We shall meet in the next class. Thank you.